because I think I just now also got like allergies.
You got allergies all of a sudden? Is it because
Yeah, just
we're going back in time today in the 1966 Batman? So I must say this is the first time I watched it. I think I might have caught like snippet of it, but not very much when it was on cable or whatever back in the day. But I don't remember it. Okay, the only thing I remember that I think the most famous line from this movie is like, "Well, some days that you just can't get rid of a bomb."
yeah, that's the
That's
that's the line that everybody remembers. That's the funny thing. Like you say that, I thought I watched this, and I think sure I have. I have it on DVD,
yeah.
but apparently I don't remember the movie because when I watched it again, I was like, "Oh, this sucks. I don't remember this. It's bad."
That's,
Actually,
so
the sad thing is the TV series is actually better
so
than
so that's the thing. Did the movie come out after the first season? Is that what
yes, it
happened here?
did.
Okay.
The movie came out after the first season. The movie was actually planned to come out introduced.
Wait, come out has through what?
It's supposed to come out first. The movie was going to come out first originally. I think they thought
Oh.
about making a movie, and then they thought, "Nah, we'll just make the TV series." But the thing is, the TV series is so popular, they thought, "Well, we'll make a movie and try to get all the money."
Oh. You know what? I believe I guess back in the day, right? This is where science doesn't have to make sense at all. Like none of the that stuff have
This
to
is
make
back in the
sense.
day. This is back in the day when nothing mattered to
Yes.
anybody.
That's the whole thing
Any
I got.
movie. But I mean, this was marketed towards children anyway. So I mean, this was one of those ones. Mom, Dad, I was watching this. Hey, let's go watch the movie. And they're like, "Oh, let's go to the theater and watch."
So I
I mean, come
must
on, superheroes weren't a big deal back then. That's the thing. You read comic books. Most people read comic books. There's only a few people read comic books. And then in 50 comic books started or got attacked pretty bad. There was
that, that's the
a
thing I'm
book
getting
written.
to.
Exactly. There was a book written about how bad comic books were for you in the
Oh.
50s.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, this guy that came after the comics, boy, he came after Batman was like a pedophile. Wonder Woman was a lesbian, and American children shouldn't read comic books at all because it's rotting their brains and
Oh,
causing them to be violent.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, I think one of the big targets was EC Comics. I don't know if you know who EC Comics are.
No. I
EC Comics actually wrote Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt, okay.
Yeah, all those, all the Ghoul comics. So this is all before this Batman deal, but yeah, I think it's Haynes, the editor of EC Comics. His dad's actually the inventor of comic books, pretty much.
Really?
He helped create what became DC Comics.
Oh no, this movie is
But
not the
yeah, that's
best.
why they had. Because I don't remember if you remember the comic code comic books.
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah, there used to be the comic code association, so they wouldn't get banned. The comic books wouldn't get banned or stuff. They made a code to enforce themselves. It's like they police themselves. You couldn't show blood, you couldn't show certain things.
Oh.
All these things. In some companies just said, hey, we don't want the comic codes. Marvel and DC used to always had a comic code. They could show very grotesque drawings,
Ah.
certain drawings of a certain nature. That's what kind of made them all silly.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. So way off the bat, which one is better, Batman or Robin or this movie?
So this movie's better than Batman and Robin. I mean, it's hard to say. It's running a close race. Running a close race. But that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's better because Batman and Robin, I was expecting a better movie. I was expecting something in the Michael Keaton, the
Well, okay.
Kimmer universe, and it was supposed to. Why I already know I was with the '66 Batman.
Oh.
It was a comedy. It was marketed as a comedy.
You know what? You when you say comedy, right? The only one line I remember that was really funny to me when Robin is like, "If we only knew where the elevator leads to," and then Batman is like, "Downstairs, of course." At the UN. So let me say the plot was actually pretty good. They set out to kidnap all the members of the UN, right? Which but then they didn't tell it well.
Well, it was Batman and Robin. What did you expect?
And the other thing was a comedy is like right after that scene, right? Robin said like, well, let's go get a taxi, and he's like, well, at this hour it's faster if we run. So they ran. They ran in broad daylight in front of everyone.
Yeah,
That is so. I didn't even know how far they were running to, man.
yeah, but that's like the regular TV series. So
Oh, they just run in broad daylight.
yeah, the only thing I could tell that was different from the regular TV series
Yeah.
is when they punch people and get the pow
Yeah.
whack, which actually I missed.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I want that back. I know how stupid it looks, but it actually makes it work.
But the fight scenes, the choreograph is, I want to say it's so lame and slow. This is the time before Bruce Lee taught, show real martial arts.
This is during the time.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, this is during the time. This is around this time, or maybe just a little bit later when Lee's actually on the Green Hornet.
Oh, on the Green Hornet. Oh, yeah, that's
Matter
right.
Matter of fact, there is a Green Hornet crossover with Batman and
Oh, on the TV show, I know, yes.
on the TV series, yeah.
Yes.
Which is actually neat. Made me want to the Green Hornet. You can't find it,
So,
or I haven't been able to find it yet.
you know what I thought about this movie? It is so awkward for these four to work together, right? Like, in my mind, like the whole movie, it doesn't really matter if the Joker wasn't or was not there.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter who was there, to be honest with you.
Like, the only people that really driving the force is just really Catwoman and a Penguin.
Yeah, maybe.
Everyone else is like a sidekick, right?
The
Like,
problem is, while making this movie, Catwoman wasn't even cast yet.
no? What do you mean?
They didn't have the actors that played Catwoman didn't have a job yet. Didn't have a Catwoman yet. They added her later.
After the
That's why
movie.
that's why she didn't. Well, no, during the movie, while they're making the movie, she comes in about halfway, while they're making the movie.
Really?
Yeah. That's why you don't see her in a lot of scenes when they're all together.
Oh.
That's why you see three villains together most of the time instead of all four.
Because that's really smart. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't cast her yet. The actress that played Catwoman in the series, she didn't know they were making a movie.
Oh, that's funny. That wasn't.
I forgot to tell her.
Yeah. So, I love her name, Kitka. Right? Comrade, Kitanya, Irenya, Tatanya, Karenska, Alisoff. I'm not even sure I'm saying it right. But that's Catwoman.
That was Catwoman. Surprised Bruce Wayne didn't catch hold of Katka. Mr. Detective.
He's not that smart. Well, they did do some detecting work.
It's kind of more after Captain Obvious in this movie than anything.
You know what's really funny? I guess back then at the time, right? When Bruce pressed that little button in his head statue, I like how convenient that is labeled. It says access to Batcave.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, everything has a label on it.
Just in case that you don't know what you're doing, like, hey, where does this lead to? Is the access to the Batcave. And it's really clear marked out, like, this one is for Robin and this one's for Batman.
Yeah. Well, otherwise, if you notice, they'll get their suits mixed up.
Yeah. Their suits, I guess just while they're going down that pole. And I'm thinking, like, how long is this pole? 4 or 5 stories, I guess.
I mean, it's down in the back. I don't know about you. I keep my cave pretty far down there.
Oh, it's so great.
It's not like it's under the basement.
Yeah, I guess it's under the basement.
Yeah, it's under the basement, so it's a little ways down.
I also like what is it? Like when they were doing like towards the end they were doing their lab experiments, right? They're wearing the lab coats and the capes are over their lab coats. Even in the Batcave, they still have to wear disguises.
I mean, when you're gonna do proper lab work, you gotta wear the proper lab.
Right, but they didn't have to have their mask on or their cape. That's what I'm saying. They could just dress regularly as Bruce and Robin.
But they're doing their lab work. But they're doing the lab work as Batman and Robin, not as Bruce Wayne and Ward.
I guess it's just Alfred wasn't in that movie that much, except he drove the Batmobile.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in that movie. So who's that? The aunt. Robin's aunt.
Oh, is that Robin's aunt? I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, that old lady was there.
Yeah.
Which never made any sense to me why she was in the TV series, but I guess they added her so they could probably. I'm to get over certain things. So they're probably like, hey, can't have 2 dudes in the house together.
I had 2 dudes in the house and with an older dude. It's like basically 3 dudes in this house. I said.
Yeah, so they had to add on that just sits there and watches TV.
So I'm assuming Robin is not of driving age, right? That's why when Bruce and Catwoman had that date, and
Exactly.
I like how they follow, right? It's pretty close, and just like Batmobile during any time.
Drive, so that's why he's got Alfred driving for him. Then you got to follow the law. Don't you know?
Yeah. All right,
Batman.
so let's go over this movie. I like right in the beginning, right? The shark part is awesome, you know. the disappearing yacht.
The shark part is kind of crazy. I mean, he's got the shark on his leg, and of course he needs the
bat repellent.
Yeah, the bat marine shark repellent, whatever it is.
Because that's something they have on hand, obviously.
I mean, apparently you don't watch the TV series.
I don't. They have everything very convenient.
Yes, everything. Bat this, bat that. I mean, come on, you look at the everything is marked. So any villain jumps in the car. Of course, they change markers. Like mission goes to the bat alarm system. They switch it over in the TV series.
Oh, you know what I also realized? I like how it looks like they have. It's not only Bruce Wayne is rich, right? It's also Batman, because Batman have these people at the helicopter hangar that have his Batcopter ready to go. Like, who the heck are these people? So if they have to drive just to get to the Batcopter, I thought that would be something inside the Batcave ready to go.
You would think it would be. It's not. I mean, apparently, Batman. By this time, Batman's a celebrity, and he keeps his helicopter where a villain can get access to him and kill him.
So I guess you're right, because it's after the first season, so Batman is the celebrity, huh? Like, he's already well known around Gotham.
The Batman and Robin movie could actually be part of this series.
Yes.
Yes,
like could. Star Trek, right? Part of the TV series. You said the Batman movie. Wait, hold on, because you cut in and out.
Star Trek.
No, because I thought you said. Hold on, you cut in and out. So what I thought you said was.
I'm saying this Batman be in the same universe as Batman and Robin.
Oh, the movie Batman and Robin.
Yeah, the Batman.
Oh, okay.
The Batman and Robin is instead of being for the universe that's Michael Keaton, it should be in the same universe
of George Clooney.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant that's movie series part of the TV series. That's how I meant. Like, you mean like Star Trek? Okay.
Yeah, this is TV series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep saying Star Trek.
Oh. So. The whole ordeal with the thing, right? And I like how they had the press conference with the, I guess, are they at the police headquarters? Is that where that's supposed to be?
Yeah, the police headquarters they keep going to.
Yeah, so that's the police headquarters, right? Because it looks like
the office and police headquarters.
Oh, okay, because it looked like a study at someone's house.
No, it's the police. It's Commissioner Gordon's office.
Oh, okay, so that's Commissioner's office. So I guess
that's all his law books.
Oh, okay. So after they ask all the questions, right? And after they see Catwoman for the first time, I like how they just go to, I guess, some kind of advanced computer to see who are the super villains that's out of jail.
Yeah.
And it's not even like a mugshot that they have. It's just like a picture freeze frame of the situation they were in.
It's a crime computer for the Gotham City Police Department. Not as advanced as the Bat computer that they have in the Batcave.
It looks like an intro song that you see like back in the show, like when they introduce who's the actor who played the characters.
Well, that's where they took. I think that's where they took those shots.
That's exactly what it feels like. I love that the photos are so casual, you know? They're not even much shots of the criminals. I thought that's what they were gonna go see. Like, well, okay, it's not this guy. You know, they have the mud shots. You know, the police. It's just a casual video.
Shots. I don't think they ever do that. I think it was casual shots.
Yeah, it's always casual shots. You know, because it's
the TV series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said before, like besides this and the Time Machine, I don't think I ever seen a movie from this time period.
The 60s?
Yeah, the 60s. Oh, Sound of Music. Oh, you know what? The Sound of Music compared to this, The Sound of Music is a masterpiece. I don't know what this was.
Oh, God. What would I rather watch, this or The Sound of Music? I would rather watch the Batman movie.
Oh, I don't know. The Sound of Music has a better movie plot. I mean, not that it's not good.
Maybe I should give it a try one day.
Maybe if they remake this, right, with modern day time, it would be different.
No.
Because it's part of an enemy heist, right? The villain actually pulled off a heist.
Still in people from the United Nations.
Yeah.
And then shrinking them with
Dehydration gun.
And then rehydrated with water guns.
Oh.
And then shoot them through a exploding octopus. And a shark that explodes. And then running around the bank and trying to throw a bomb off the hill.
The people who play the UN characters, right? All they had to do is look like they were arguing the whole time. They're oblivious to everything that's going on around them. It's awesome.
That's really what the United Nations looks like.
Yes, in a table.
I'm sure it really does. Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, back then in '66. I mean, in the '60s, it might have been.
Actually, it may actually be like that. Look at the way the world's going.
So I like what I wrote down something here. A super energy reverse polarizer. I don't even know what that is. It just sounds something high tech.
It sounds high tech. That's all you got to get from it.
I put. How would they even know this? How did the bad guys even know what that is?
Why wouldn't they?
There's no countermeasures.
There's probably scientists for that. Come on, they probably had some smarter men that just got laid off.
And you know, it's really terrible in the beginning when they were out in the ocean, right, or in the sea. I like how they keep shooting torpedoes at them, and like the first two, it got deflected by that super energy reverse polarizer, and then the batteries are dead.
Yeah, the batteries. Yeah, it happens, man. Something like that's going to use a lot of energy, especially in the 1960s.
But the third one, right? I like how they shot the third one, and then they don't really show you what happened, and then they just answer that question when you see Batman and Robin. It was a turtle or porpoises. They hit the torpedo, and that's how they got away.
They killed some wildlife.
It's like that's the moment, right, in the movie where you're like, man, I'm in for a wild ride. Like, now I'm thinking the thought process of us today, right, with, you know, all the science and technology where you can figure out plot holes in Back to the Future. And then you go back to this, what were the people, like, only the smart people were thinking, like, dude, none of this would have ever happened, okay? But are people just dumber back then, or they didn't have enough information at that era?
This was Batman and Robin. And, why would you get anybody that knew anything to help you write this movie?
I don't know.
No, honestly, if you're not making a serious movie, why would you go get serious people to help you? You get me? This movie is not supposed to be serious at all.
Well, how do you know?
It's supposed to be.
Because it's Batman?
Did you not read the poster for it?
I did not read a poster. What did the poster say?
Oh my God! The whole film is all a satire. It's not supposed to be serious. It's not like superhero movies today. It's supposed to be for children. Children are gonna know all this stuff.
Let me see.
You're supposed to be while you sit there while you're a kid watching. And your dad sitting there laughing, and you're not sure why he's laughing, but he's because stuff. It's a bunch of clown shoes.
So what I really need to know is the reaction from a real 1966 audience, right? Like, you know, an older, like, hey, what do you think about Batman?
This is a drama movie. 1966 drama movies were pretty serious. I mean, I saw Bullet. Did you ever see Bullet?
Oh, no. With Steve McQueen? No, I have not.
Okay, come on. You got to watch some westerns from the 60s, some detective movies from that. That stuff's serious. They don't play around in those movies.
Oh, but in this movie, it's different.
This is a comic book movie.
So it's not...
Yes, during this time, comic book movie means funny.
Oh, during this time, comic book movie means funny.
Take comic book movies serious like we did.
You're right. There's no dark theme.
Come on. Spy movies back then, Lost in Space. Star Trek was the serious one.
Oh, you know that's...
Lost in Space? You ever seen Lost in Space?
No, I never seen Lost in Space.
Come on, they had space witches come and land on a planet and plant stuff.
So I'm so glad sci-fi came a long way then.
Yeah, when George Lucas came on, he was serious.
Yes. Well, and so is Ridley Scott. He was serious.
Yeah, but back then it wasn't. Invaders was pretty serious. But low budget. But Batman was never serious. It wasn't. Comic book readers were a very small group. They hid in closets and read comic book under a flashlight.
I like that. I like that reference.
Comic books got thrown in the trash. That's the thing.
So from 66 to 89, that's why everyone had a huge reaction when Tim Burton's Batman came out.
No, that's why people had a huge reaction when Superman came out.
Oh, you know what? Superman is a different.
Superman was serious.
Yeah, it was serious.
Yeah, it was like this because the old Superman wasn't that serious. Even that Christopher Reeve, not Christopher Reeve, that first one, black and white.
The black and white, yes.
I mean, I'm sure he wanted to be, but I mean, the guy wasn't even happy that it was Superman. He wasn't even happy. He just needed the money and took a job. Nobody took you seriously if you did the comic books were children's books.
Oh, that makes sense. That's why Leslie Nielsen was such a serious actor, because no one would take you seriously if you didn't do like drama and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Oh.
Nobody liked clowns back then. Well, they liked to laugh at them, but they didn't watch them.
Is that why Cesar Romero was acting always hysterical? Because Jack Nicholson kind of did like a version of that. Now that I've seen this one.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So, but you know what I like on these Batman shows? I noticed on a TV show and this, every time they show the villain scene, right, the angle shot is always tilted.
And you know why, right?
Why?
It's crooked. They're crooked.
Oh, that's the crooked shot.
It's more. Come on. It's crooked. They're crooked, so you turn the camera crooked. It's a joke.
Oh, it's a joke. I never noticed that.
I mean, is a joke. Yes, the whole TV series and the movie are a joke. It's one big giant joke. The way you gotta look at it.
Oh.
It's a joke.
Okay.
Everywhere, Adam West, he makes all tons, like the elevator one.
Yeah.
Down to the first floor. It's a joke.
That's a lame. That's a lame joke.
That is a lame joke, but it's the joke.
Look at
the riddles. Think about the riddles. The riddles. They'd ask a riddle, and then Robin, it's with an octopus with a machine gun. I mean, it's something.
Hold on.
You could never get. You never get the riddles.
You're right. Hold on. I wrote some of them. I say, what does a turkey do when it flies upside down? He gobbles up. What weighs 6 ounces, sits in a tree, and is very dangerous? A sparrow with a machine gun. Really?
Exactly.
There's no thought like, I would have never came up with that answer.
Nobody would.
It just makes it seem like maybe they're really smart. No, man, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. This whole movie doesn't make sense. That's the whole point to all the back to.
I wrote more. What kind of creature would gobble up a bird in a tree? A Catwoman.
Yeah, see.
It is now that you tell me because when I took this I didn't understand the comic book genre back in the day is comedy, right? So I like how when Commissioner Gordon and Batman,
not just so much comedy. It's the people who just really didn't care. It's a comic book, cartoon didn't really read the comic book. They care about the seriousness to them. No. It's just a big giant joke.
It's a big giant joke. So it's a bunch of people that doesn't understand the characters.
So it's a whole bunch of people that's in there. Just had fun. Basically, that's all the villains did. Everybody wanted to be in this movie. It was popular. The first season was very popular. Everybody wanted to be on it.
Oh.
So that's why your guest stars are always actors at the time.
So the Catwoman that the actress was in Catwoman is not the one from the TV show.
No, it's not.
She's only what was in this movie.
Julie Newmar was the first Catwoman in the first season, and eventually several other women. Eartha Kitt was another.
So do you think they did that because in the beginning she was playing that Russian lady, so that way no one would know she was Catwoman right off the bat?
Nah.
Oh.
So I mean, even with the Kit name, you're already supposed to know that's Catwoman.
Oh yeah, with Kitanya, yeah.
Just Batman and everybody else does it for some reason.
But they did the Batman and Catwoman relationship. They did it well.
Yeah, they did okay.
I mean, that was the only serious thing from this movie, though.
Well, there's also there's more Bruce Wayne in this movie.
There is a good balance of Bruce Wayne in this, yes.
Because Adam West was like, I don't want to do the movie.
Really?
Yeah, and they're like, well, I'll tell you what we'll do for you. We'll let you be Bruce Wayne a little bit more than Batman.
Oh.
And, make the movie. And then, of course, after that, they're like, in another way, if you don't do this movie, we'll just recast the part in the next couple seasons. You don't have a job.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, it makes sense.
Yeah. So he was like, okay, I'll do it.
Oh, it's like blackmail back in the Hollywood days, huh? I
Hey,
mean, I don't think
this
there's any difference today.
it's back in Hollywood days, yeah, the real days when the studios ran the show.
Yeah, when the studio in the show.
Instead of the actors do what they want. Yeah, on a water in a trailer.
Oh, I get it. Just
Well, this is the '60s, dude.
it is. What has
You look
yellow
like your
skin?
toe, your actor.
What has yellow skin and rights? A ballpoint banana.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was the one of the lamest ones. You would never have got
What? This one is awesome too. What people are always in a hurry? Russian people?
Yeah,
Russians.
Russians.
Like it sounds kind of
Russians.
racist.
It would be racist if Russians were a race and not a nationality.
Well, yeah, it's really funny
It's
though.
a nationality.
I like how they combine these riddles though. Someone Russian is gonna sleep on a banana peel and break their neck.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Kick. We gotta go save her. And then, of course, he gets in a trap.
He does. So he gets in the trap, right? He get himself caught. And I love how the villains are like, well, Batman should have been here by now, right? And this is so freaking lame. And then Bruce got off his handcuffs or whatever they tie him with, right? And then he have a fight scene with these villains.
And he beats the crap out of those villains, too.
Then he just jump out the window.
Well, he of course he tried to save Kika.
Yes, because he couldn't find her. You know what's really funny at some of these scenes? It feels like they're writing these on the spot.
Probably did. They probably wrote half. They probably had like an outline for the movie. And then they start filming. And they're like, "What are we doing now?" Well, I haven't written it yet. If you're going to wait an hour, we'll have it ready for you.
You know, it's really funny when you say outline, and they just have the outline. They didn't write the script, right? So when I was at the film school, one of the guys actually just wrote an outline, so nobody turned in the script except for me, right? And he was telling the teacher, Keith, remember, he was like, "We could shoot from this. This is just the outline." And the teacher's like, "Well, he wasn't having it. You can't shoot a movie without a script."
They have.
Just looking at this, it looks like they did.
But there's a lot of movies that look like they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we the basic outline.
Yeah. Oh.
I think we could name a whole lot of movies.
You know what? Now that we talk more about this movie, right? This movie was better than Batman and Robin because this didn't have a lot of one-liners. Well, actually, it does in a way have a lot of one-liners because I wrote so much notes on here.
You can in a way, but not quite like that. And plus, it didn't have any bat nipples. I mean, it did have a guy running around in their underwear.
No, he's just wearing like a cotton shirt, right?
Yeah, he's just wearing a cotton shirt.
Because I guess that was the costume back then. You know,
well,
I wrote a lot of notes on here.
You weren't going to get that fancy back then.
No. So I wrote a lot of notes on here, right? So when Kit Kat and Bruce was having a date, at first I put like, I love how incognito Alfred and Robin are being. But then when they were watching them, where the hell is that camera?
Mask, right? Alfred's wearing a mask, right?
Yeah, oh, that's right. He's wearing a mask.
He's wearing a mask set at the car. I mean, come on.
So that way, like, cause the car is open. So if you see, like, oh, a Batmobile is driving by. Oh, old dude is driving it. But he's wearing a mask.
Yep, that's Batman, right? That's what it looks like without his cowl.
I love how,
Batman's
like,
butler.
How are they spying on them? Like, where's that camera coming from?
Hey, spy cameras. Bat spy camera. Batman was advanced back then, dude.
It is very advanced. It looks like they're shooting them right here.
He was the first person with drones.
He's the first person with everything. This movie is just so lame, man. When did we go back to good movies? We went from Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and then from then, right, in the middle of it, we just got going down the hill.
We just got stuck in a crash. Hey, it happens. Sometimes you roll the dice and you just get so bad.
And you know what? We're skipping the next Batmans too. Like, we're not doing Batman Begin next time.
We can't put next to each other. The problem is, I think I was tired because the next after me and you were trying to discuss what movies we're going to do.
Yeah.
Next day, I thought, what movies did we talk about? I had to look at our list, and after I looked at our list, I was like, what was I thinking? These movies suck. I thought, I was going to text you, hey, let's change movies, but I didn't. I decided, hey, let's just get them out of the way.
Let's get this out of the way. So, because all the other Batmans were so fresh in our memory, right? And then now we come to this one. Like,
I mean, still, I mean, for what it was made and how it was done, I mean, it's not horrible.
No,
But I mean, the TV show's better. The TV show's a little bit better because it's not as long.
it's not as long because I had to sit
Yeah.
through. It's only like an hour and 40 minutes, right?
Yeah, I know. And I fell asleep.
It's like, man,
Yeah,
when
I
is
fell
this going to be
asleep
over?
during- I usually don't ever fall asleep during movies, but I
Like-
fell asleep during this
Like
one.
the Dark Knight is like 2.5 hours, right? That is like
Yeah, I
easier
know.
to watch than this, which is
Oh,
an
it's
hour
insane.
less.
Well, there's really no action. I mean, like I said, it's an outline. I always watch. Go to the ocean. Go to the war. Fight the criminals. Oh, go on the date. Oh, get kidnapped. That
What-
movie's over.
What do we
Oh,
say?
yeah.
You just
And-
improv.
Exactly, and run around with a bomb for like 10 minutes. Around with a bomb for 10
You know what I thought of? That would be one of the funniest costumes for Halloween. If you dress like the 1960s Batman, right? Hold a giant ball with like a firecracker and just run around the neighborhood.
That would actually be cool. But if I call the cops, somebody would not see the humor and take it seriously. Probably somebody was around during the 1960s.
Like,
Come on, a bomb never even looked like that.
yeah, I know, like with the big ball with a
Probably
stick.
like in the 1800s, maybe 1700s.
Yeah,
But
when has
no.
bomb ever looked like that? It's just drawn for cartoons, right?
No, they had fuses in them a long time ago.
Yeah, but like that, they made a cartoon
Yeah, it
version
was
of
like
that.
a chemical. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it was a cartoon movie, but I mean, bombs had fuses on them.
Yes,
They looked like that a long time ago.
long time ago.
Hundreds of years ago.
Oh man.
I mean, like Napoleon was around when bombs like that.
And you know who's the Batman has everything Batman, right? Like, you know, bat symbol, whatever.
Yeah, everything's called bat song.
And then even Catwoman has something like that. Her cat Morse code device.
Oh, everybody does.
Like the penguin?
Yeah, the penguin's got all his different umbrellas. Remember, there's a scene where they're flying umbrellas.
Yes.
They're umbrella jetpacks, I think they're called.
Oh, God. Hold on. I have to say this line. He swallowed a cat bait. Now let's make him bat bait. Dude, I wrote down so much funny
The funny
stuff
thing
on
is,
here.
I can't remember if Robin ever did his holy stuff.
He does. He's like, holy demolition. Bless my dustpan. Well, bless my dustpan is from Alfred. He does say a lot of holy stuff. I didn't write all of them down though, because like, man, if I keep writing this, it'll be like 2 pages of notes that I'm going through.
Yeah. Plus, they had the scene. They always seen the TV series did it too a lot. The villain actually gets into the Batcave,
Yeah.
and then they got to knock him back out. And
Oh, that's right. They actually they knew it was Penguin, right? But that was after the dehydrated, the henchman from the Penguin. I like how they put guinea pig, right? So they put GP1, GP2.
Yeah.
I like those shirts are already made.
Yeah.
And those dudes have no lines. They just stood there.
Yeah,
And then they get
henchmen.
shot by this gun.
I don't know where you go get them. I mean, taskmasters, somebody like that, or henchmen, or pick these guys up. They're probably standing in a little building. It says henchmen up top of the roof.
It's like a day
Just go in there,
labor.
pick it. Yeah. I mean, until they actually commit a crime, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's legal. It's legal to be a henchman.
And then that brings us to that scene where they know it's the Penguin, but they bring him to the Batcave anyway.
Yeah, they bring him back, cave, and of course he pulls this water thing out of his. He's got tubes. He's got tubes in his little. They're in his pants, man.
He's got tubes everywhere. Like,
He had 4 henchmen in his pants. Like, and then he used the water on the Batcave water is marked really well. It says soft water and the other
Yes.
one's hard water. What?
dude, yeah, they
Oh, no,
totally
it's
hunt
I'm sorry. It's
heavy water. That's why they
Like you
disappear.
use for a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, like, so that's why they disappear, and then they had you take Penguin out of Batcave because that's exactly what they wanted to have. The
then they let
Penguin
him-
take their
and then they let-
Batmobile.
And here's the funny thing. Okay, we go back to the helicopter scene. Remember when they go into the helicopter? They're in the Bat cycle. The Bat motorcycle with the sidecar.
Yes.
They drive up to the Bat helicopter. And of course, the sidecar pops off, so Batman goes to one side of the helicopter.
Oh, yes.
And gets out. And of course, there's a little go-kart with Robin driving over to the other side and gets out. And the funny thing is, neither one of them, because helicopters are actually pretty well, helicopters were around during World War II, but very
Right.
rare. So these helicopters, the only people who could ride in helicopters were people that were pilots.
Oh, the pilots. Okay.
I mean, yeah, you had like a passenger space, be fine, but like that helicopter, both those had to be passengers. So neither one of those actors could ride in the helicopter.
Oh, so they have actual
Yeah,
people, the pilots dressed up as
yeah,
Batman and
yeah.
Robin.
They
Just
dressed up, but you could tell because you see them with the helicopter with this, it looked a little different.
oh, I didn't
But I
notice
mean,
that.
I think because this movie made seriousness of riding in a helicopter was portrayed
Yeah.
in Batman, instead
Oh
of him
yeah.
having his own helicopter. Because, like I said, these were just that made this movie.
Oh.
It wasn't like there was a big time director that made this. There's a bunch of people at Fox. We went for this as a Fox movie.
That's right. It's a Fox movie, so it could be on Disney Plus.
It should be on Disney Plus just so we can get a good laugh. Oh, that'd be the greatest joke right there for the Batman.
They could probably put this Batman no because the
Oh,
likeness
yeah.
of Batman's owned by Warner Brothers unless
But
that's
not the
why.
likeness of this Batman.
Oh yeah, they probably don't want to guess that.
It would be so funny if they put it on Disney Plus. I laugh.
Oh yeah, I'm laughing at this whole movie the whole time. So I guess
But
they
see,
did
that's
what
the
they
thing.
did for.
They accomplished what they wanted to. It was just
Yep.
crazy, bright colored, loud music, and stupidity.
Yes, stupidity.
I think this would be a big giant running joke.
I think well, besides the date between
But the thing
Catwoman
is,
and Batman.
the thing is, you also got to think the nice thing is, I mean, Adam West it's just satire. He was a joke. He had a good time. He just got there, said lines,
Yeah,
and all the people that played the villain, they had a good time.
yeah,
They all
everybody had a good
acted
time.
over. It looks like they did. They all over the top. We don't ever see any of the villains are really deadly.
No,
Like Two-Face,
yeah,
you could never. I mean, eventually they did I think they made a cartoon with Two-Face in it, using the old art, Adam West and Burt Ward, who voiced Batman and Robin.
really,
I need to find it and see if it's any good.
huh? Wow,
It's basically they did what a TV series with. They made it like the TV series
they did.
for nowadays since they couldn't do it back then. And Poison Ivy, there's no way you could show Poison Ivy.
No, I mean,
And Harley Quinn would completely out of the question. I mean, they sure, but I think from this Joker, it's just a Joker.
Yeah.
It's like the Joker during the 60s and 50s.
I guess they did the best job they can with all these villains in this movie.
Yeah, they did the best they can for a time that wouldn't you really show any violence anyways.
Yeah, there was not real good violence. They have
Yeah, I
fight
mean,
scenes,
in the
but
comic books, you could barely show violence or anything. You couldn't have a truth. You couldn't have any. You couldn't even have a story about drugs. You couldn't have Batman fighting drugs.
no, you can't.
It was I mean, in the comic in the 80s, you finally could, but back then, they're like, oh, but you'd be like, well, he's trying to do a good thing. They're like, so you can't have drug use at all.
This
You
gotta be
couldn't
rated
fight.
G or PG,
I mean,
right?
yeah, you couldn't fight any crimes because all the crimes are outlawed, like the censors, comics code, and all that crap.
Yeah. Okay.
So he had to fight stupid crime, like somebody stealing you in. I mean, he could fight murder or anything. There's no murderers in Gotham City.
Oh, the other thing, you know what? Still in the UN, they use stock footage, like the Polaris missile.
Oh,
They keep using
yeah,
the
the
same
Polaris.
thing over and
they
over.
kept using the Polaris missile, which the Polaris missile is actually like a nuclear one.
Yeah, right? Because they just use archive footage.
Basically, the funny thing is Gotham City, but they keep showing you footage for New York City.
Yeah, because that's all they got.
Because everybody keeps thinking Gotham and New York City are the same cities. I don't know why. Separate cities. New York City is a whole other city that exists in the DC universe.
Hey, you know what? That's all they could have gotten back then, okay?
I mean, this isn't Marvel Comics.
No, they can't.
Where New York is New York.
So let's just say that we make this, okay? Who would you cast as Batman? No. We make this, but not like the comedy version.
Oh,
Like
they already remade this movie.
they did?
Yeah, it's called Batman and Robin.
Oh no, I'm talking about the plot had to be the same. Like it's the storyline is the same.
Oh, don't know because think who would you cast? Apparently, you got somebody.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
Like you talk about like 2020 or
No, we're talking about right now, right? That's what you're talking about, right?
right now.
Let's say tomorrow somebody said, "Hey, we're gonna get a director together. We're gonna remake Batman '66. Who will play Adam West? Adam West's part."
Well, I want it to be serious, not the same tone though. Like if we make this,
serious,
if we update this to today's standards.
No.
Why not?
You can't. Why would you steal people from the UN? That's just stupid. It is so stupid. What's this?
Maybe not the UN, right?
It's not Austin Powers.
Maybe not the UN, but maybe like the world presidents. You know, the like US. You know, whoever. Like we updated it.
I saw a movie like that. It was called G.I. Joe.
Oh! I completely forgot about G.I. Joe.
Yeah, where they got the American. Wasn't good. Even The Rock couldn't save this movie. Even in the sequel. I mean, they even had Bruce Willis. Yippee-ki-yay.
And Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser was in the movie?
In the first G.I. Joe, right? He was one of the trainers. You don't remember?
No, I don't remember.
Hold on. No, Brendan Fraser was in G.I. Joe.
Must have sucked so bad I don't remember it. You sure Brendan Fraser was in G.I. Joe? Oh, he was in G.I. Joe.
Yeah, he was in G.I. Joe.
Dude, right, I forgot.
Yeah, Rise of the Cobra. He was in Rise of the Cobra.
He probably didn't even remember he was in G.I. Joe. I mean,
come on. It was so surprising he was in G.I. Joe.
But why wouldn't he be in G.I. Joe? I bet he played with G.I. Joe. I played with G.I. Joes. And I still got a movie. I could get my G.I. Joes out right now and film and still make a better movie than those first two.
I forgot the character he played, though. Stone?
Oh. Never heard of him.
Yeah. But anyways, we go back to Batman. The plot is very simple. It's just basically stealing from people from the UN it's like money. They just all they want is just money.
Like I said, it's like Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Hold the for $1 million.
$1 billion. There was 9 of them, right? Was it 9 or 8 people? I can't remember. But they want $1 billion for each person.
Did they? You sure they wanted $1 million?
Is it $1 million or $1 billion? I can't remember. But
I would think it's Ian back then.
But regardless, right? Like, but then they have no plans for this money. They didn't say like, well, with my money, I'm gonna do whatever. They basically got together so they can get some money. They're thieves.
Exactly, and it's kind of wrong because some of those countries sitting at the United Nations table, they couldn't pay that much.
No, right? I thought it was $1 billion. I didn't write that down. I gotta look this dumb stuff
countries
up.
would be like, we don't
Keep them.
We don't deal in U.S. money, so yeah.
You know what? There's like, I thought of another serious part now. I don't think I wrote this down. It's when Robin had the question if they could change the way the world leaders were, and then Batman said like, it's not for mortals like us to tamper with the laws of nature.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like, because you remember when they rehired all the leaders, they all spoke a different language.
Some of them still speak English though.
No, they didn't. Well, yeah, because language, but they spoke with different deals.
Yes,
the United States president spoke something else. That meant not the president.
The Japanese guy,
the ambassador, the Japanese guy spoke another language. I mean, Israel spoke French. I forgot all the nations. The Russians spoke something else. They all spoke another nation.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't pick that up.
They're supposed to kind of have their ideas, but they're still fighting. So basically, it was just that's all they're going to do is just sit there and argue.
Oh, that's what they did. That's when at the end, I remember.
Even after it changed them.
Yeah, it changed them.
Arguing.
Yeah, Japanese guys spoke English. I remember that.
Yeah, even after they could see the other country's viewpoint, they still wanted to argue.
Yes, it's the same thing. Yeah.
Basically, the whole thing could have been a take on world relations.
Ah,
that's people would actually really listen to what they had to say. Wouldn't have any problems.
Ah, okay.
Okay, we got our deal today. made me feel enlightened.
You know what's really funny? They obviously in this movie they have to do the walking up the wall.
The only way to fix this movie in my mind now is let me see the newest Batman. Just go ahead and send me a copy of it. Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
I just want to see him beating the tar out of somebody. I mean, or maybe I just go watch Batman versus Superman to make myself feel a little bit better.
Did Christian Bale's Batman do that? No, right? Beat the living crap out of somebody.
Oh yeah, Christian Bale's Batman the crap out of it.
And Batman Begins.
To me, the really hardcore fighting started. Yeah, I mean, the scenes where he fights is pretty good.
Yeah.
And you see other Batmans, they'll do some kicks and some stuff, some punches and some kicks. But man, when Christian Bale's Batman shows on the screen, he is jumping on people and just beating the crap out.
So we're gonna wrap this up really quick. I won't say really quick, but I want to get to the point.
We're not gonna be finished yet. I gotta get my awesome.
Oh, I saw that Batmobile earlier.
Check this out.
Wow, where'd you get that? It's pretty big.
I bought this back when Toys R Us was a company.
Oh, okay.
when Toys R Us existed, got that Toys R Us. They put the car out, and then they're supposed to put several car figures, which I only was able to get the Batman figure. I tried about Robin figure.
Yeah.
You can get it online. You can buy it in the store unless you bought later on they came out with both of them in a package.
Oh, show me that Batmobile again. That looks to a really good Batmobile, man, from the 60s. Yeah, it's so big, man. Batmobile. Dude, the Batmobile is so big. Oh, that looks so good.
And the interior is pretty awesome too.
Wow.
I mean, you got seat belts. You've got little antennas, and then some of the stuff actually has the little names. They didn't put all the name stuff. And of course, they had the figures out, and they only had all the villains you saw in the movie.
Yeah.
They're the only ones you could buy.
Oh.
So here's the Batman.
Oh, that's awesome. 66 Batman.
And it's okay. The figure's really not that neat. Once you get a real figure, I mean, let's say this figure, if he eats right, shot a lot, here comes this figure here. I mean, come on.
Hold on. The only Batman thing is this little keychain I have.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. You need to up your skills.
See?
Now this, this would make the movie you want to see.
Oh yeah.
This is the movie you want.
Yeah,
that's the movie you want.
Is that Affleck's Batman? Because of the bat symbol is so.
Oh, that is Affleck's. Yeah. Can't really see it on the camera that well, but yeah, it looks just like Affleck.
Yeah, he's a bigger build, older Batman.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He's a big angry Batman, and Robin's dead.
I just watched. I think I just watched the new Batman trailer. I got the second trailer. That bat suit looks really good.
It's pretty interesting. I like the cowl the most. The suit I would change a little bit, but it does look like the symbol on his suit is functional.
Yes.
It looks like something that came out. I made a batarang. The car. I'm not sure about the car yet.
I'm not sure about the car yet either.
I like Commissioner Gordon, but because I like the actor, I think he's awesome.
And I don't know who Alfred is on this one.
Oh, I haven't seen Alfred either. You only hear his voice.
Yeah, you hear his voice, right? And I'm like, is that Jeremy Irons?
No, I don't think it would be awesome if it was.
It would, because it sounds like Jeremy Irons.
It was awesome.
Because I was like, I hear the voice, right? I'm like, oh, please show a image of Alfred or something so I can at least put a voice.
I haven't seen him, but we see it's supposed to have Catwoman, and we do see her.
Yeah.
Her costume actually improves.
Yeah, Catwoman.
Yeah, and her costume looks like the comic books later on.
Yeah, it looks like Daredevil's first costume in the TV show.
Penguin. Yeah, it's supposed to be Penguin in there, and we do see him on screen.
Yes.
I don't know if he's like a mayor or the town or something.
It's Colin Farrell. You can see.
Yeah, I know it's hard to tell, but I'm thinking this one villains look like they might actually be really good.
Yeah, so it has that dark grittiness to it.
Supposedly it's supposed to have the Riddler because there's Riddle.
Yes, to the Batman.
We don't really ever see the Riddler. I hope they give me the Riddler like the Riddler is. Some kind of homeless looking guy. That's the Riddler version.
Yeah, the Riddler.
But
he's like the killer.
We think he's the killer. We don't know that. Now this is something.
Wow, that's a big Lego set.
Oh yes, it is the original Batcave.
Oh, does it have the car?
Yes, it's got the car. See the car there?
Yeah.
It's got the helicopter.
And you haven't put that together yet?
Not yet. I'm waiting for a specification. Look at it. Look at all the characters again.
Wow.
Gives you the Batman, Bruce Wayne.
Gives you the Bruce Wayne
Robin,
one. Dick Grayson. Is that Alfred? Catwoman?
Yep, Alfred Pennyworth.
Oh, so it's like the movie.
I could remake this whole movie with this, guys.
Oh, it would take a long time, but that would be really worth it.
Oh, I could make it better. I could I'd have to. This set that came out, I actually got a good deal on it. That's why I ended up with it. I haven't put it together yet because I got around. Like you said, it's a big set. You gotta have somewhere to put it.
Yeah, it is a big set.
But here's the neat thing: after the set came out, it didn't give you any other villains. So they had a special deal. If online, bought it, and I got Mr. Freeze.
Wow.
I
see the
I
Mr.
don't know.
Freeze.
They may have put Egghead and all the other villains out later. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, this ain't sworn here either.
Egghead.
So there is my collection of Batman stuff.
That's awesome.
From 1960s.
I have a Batman figure that my sister got me. I don't want to take it out of the box because I'm one of those that keep the stuff inside the box. I don't want to display it. I love
do
that
too,
Batman.
but eventually you got to take it out. I mean, the car. I still got the box of the car.
Yeah, you still have the box for the car. You know what? I kind of remember seeing that box now.
Yeah, so you saw this a long time ago.
Yes.
Actually, when I bought the car, I put Batman and Danger Girl ad chase in the car and sent you pictures.
Yes,
Hey,
I do remember that. That's such a big car.
I also put the Wolverine figure in it and Captain Car.
So I want to talk about the end of the movie on the submarine, okay? Because I wrote down like Robin also said, "Holy Captain Nemo." He also said "Holy Bikini." That was close.
Holy Bikini. The thing is that submarine actually. I had a submarine before. You had it.
Yeah.
You don't watch anything from the 60s.
No.
But there was a TV show. It's black and white. It's color. It's running at the same time. Called Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. And they had a submarine called the Sea Quest. That's the Sea Quest that's redacted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's from another TV show. And that TV show is by the same people who created Lost in Space.
Oh, so all the sci-fi people are doing the same stuff.
Yeah, it was
together.
a sci-fi submarine TV show. It's really, it's kind of sometimes it's a spy show, sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes there's just aliens beaming into the ocean and they catch these giant monsters of aliens. I'm like, make up your mind what kind of show you want to be because I'm getting confused.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I don't want to go to the whole scene of the fighting on top of the submarine. Okay. I just want to go to the part.
This must be the part where I fell asleep.
Oh, so what they did is like they know they were in a submarine, right? So they did this maneuver. They keep sailing or driving on the water in circles and shooting this gun at it, and I'm like. This is when I know, like, well, all the science has been thrown out the window, like, the first 10 minutes of the movie, okay?
Yeah.
And then, so that way to get them resurfaced, because they don't want to blow up, because they figure, like, they don't want to blow up the submarine, because like, it's 9 of them. 9 UN guys, they know they're dehydrated. Like fruit. So that's why they didn't want to blow up the submarine. So they make the submarine submerge, right? Or not submerge, or back on the surface. And then they had this fight scene. I can't believe you missed this scene, okay? So Batman is fighting, I guess, obviously, the Penguin henchmen, and Joker, the Riddler, and Penguin comes up here. They're fighting, right? And suddenly Catwoman comes up, okay? She throws the cat to Batman, okay? And now Batman caught this cat, and he's fighting other dudes while holding a cat. And then for some reason, this little lifeboat comes by, right? So he throws this cat on the lifeboat and says, "Bon voyage, pussy." I really have no idea what's going on.
Oh, someone wanted to get a cuss word in there. That's all I could do it.
It's like, okay, a submarine, I can understand, okay? But suddenly a lifeboat, like a already blown up lifeboat, so he could put the cat on the water. What kind of logic is this?
Yeah.
It's like,
you throw the cat in there, the claws rip that lifeboat.
That's the line from, like, that's a line that from AVGN, right? The Angry Video Game. They're like, what were they thinking? What is happening here? Like, hey,
it made sense.
How does Batman get rid of the cat? Like, just don't put it on the submarine because it's already on the surface, right?
Well, yeah, you've already on most of the movie by the point. This made sense to the people writing this movie. You already know it.
Yeah, it makes
They
sense
were
to the
probably-
writer movie.
They were tripping out on LSD because this is the time for it.
Imagine we do that on modern day time, right? Like suddenly, like, what is a lifeboat doing
Well,
here?
that's the problem thing. You know, they had the internet. People didn't really have good questions. Nowadays, people would like lie up Twitter with that.
Yeah,
You
like,
know, anything.
well,
I mean,
where's this come from?
The problem, we live in a time where people question everything. You can't have your movie's almost got to be real. Even if it's sci-fi and you're trying to invent stuff, you can't stuff. Just ask a question and then try to break it down and ruin your movie.
So that's a good point you bring up.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, let's say the way that people are nowadays. You know how we already figured out about Back to the Future. They
Yes.
haven't been able to make Back to the Future. And
So
we
I want to
had
talk
this
about
time
that.
watching Back.
I want to talk about that. So when we were kids, right, it totally makes sense. There's one timeline, whatever, Back to the Future when we're watching
It makes
kids.
sense.
But now when we watch it, right, it's like, dude, this movie should suck. We should, by this
I don't think
age, right?
It won't affect me because, like I said,
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
66.
That's what I'm saying. Like we watched this
Yeah.
in 1966 Batman. Let's just say both of us when we were born, right? But let's just say we watched this Batman when we were 8 or 9. Will we still love it today as we did back then? You
We
think
would.
so, right?
You know, I think we would because the people who did watch it are the people who made the first Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman, and
Oh, we still like that
you
one.
know, these are the people who watched it. I mean, of course, Schumacher, he liked it way too much because he basically remade the movie shot for shot.
Yes, I would like maybe not shot for shot comment, but he remade the movie with George Clooney as Adam West.
So there, you were to me who replay it. There we go.
George Clooney.
From West, George Clooney.
He would keep
make it
saying no,
awesome.
but pay him $50 million, so
But
he
you
has to
gotta
say
think.
yes.
I'd also this movie's shown love some other movies. Kick-Ass.
Let's say that again. You got cut out.
Kick-Ass.
Oh, Kick-Ass. Okay.
Remember? What was his name? What was it? What was the character's Daddy? What was his name? No, his name was.
I can't remember now.
You know, the Batman character.
Yeah.
I mean,
Robert Pattinson. You talking about?
no, in Kick-Ass.
Oh, the Batman character. Oh,
He wasn't Batman, but he was.
you talk about Nicolas Cage? Yeah.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage. I don't know what his character's name was.
I can't remember what his name.
Daddy. Big Daddy.
Yeah, Big
or
Daddy.
that
Yes.
was-
Yeah,
Was
Big
that his
Daddy.
name?
Yeah.
Whatever his name was. But he acted like Adam West.
He did.
Yes, he did. That was the whole point. He intentionally did that
Oh.
because he liked Batman. He's a comic book fan. He even liked the series. He liked the TV series. Got it. I mean, even it's silly, but he did it. He played that character just like.
Oh,
Adam
you're right.
West
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
In a serious.
If you like
type
something, right, that's not
superhero.
gonna change our mind. Like even though I could totally rip Back to the Future to shreds, but I
Oh,
still
you
like
could
that
rip the
movie.
shreds, but you still like the movie.
Even the first
Oh.
RoboCop, I could rip it to shreds. Like from what we learn in science now,
it's-
but
It's fun now. You know, it's
It's
what we
fun.
talk about.
you're
But
right.
It don't make a movie, but it doesn't make a movie bad.
Because I think you like Howard the Duck when it first came out, but then when I watch it as an adult, right, like
Oh.
yeah, this movie sucks.
Actually, I like actors in Howard the Duck, so I watched Howard the Duck to watch it.
Oh,
'cause
the
I
actress, yeah.
I only got a few. She only appeared so much on screen in Back to the Future, so I was like, huh, where's the sequel?
Ah, that's right. You know what? Yeah, it's hard to change our minds if we like something as a kid. We're still gonna fight for it in the
Yeah,
adults.
come on. Knight Rider is still awesome. I don't give a crap what you say. Don't mess with the Hoff.
Oh, I still like Knight Rider. I seen it. Yeah,
I mean, it's silly. I know it's silly.
I think
mean,
I saw
it
the
wasn't silly.
recent.
It wasn't
Yeah,
silly. Yeah, it wasn't silly when I was watching as a kid. It was awesome. But now I got older, I watch it. It's silly, but it's still a lot.
it's like MacGyver. Like
Werewolf.
when I was watching as a kid, right? As MacGyver, like, oh, MacGyver is awesome. He could do all these amazing things. But now you're trying to rewatch it, like, dude, this is kind of stupid.
Yeah, you couldn't do that stupid crap.
I can't do this
Same thing
today.
with Airwolf. I remember when I was a kid watching Airwolf. Boy, he was fighting all kinds of jets and stuff. You get older, it's like, this is all old footage, and the planes they're naming are not the fighter jets you see on the screen. They keep showing used footage over and over and over again. But when we're a kid, and you fill it all in. Awesome.
Oh, okay, okay.
But you still like it. I mean, somebody said, "Hey, you want an Airwolf here?" I do.
So you're right. So at the end of this movie, right? I also wrote down super molecular dust separator.
Oh, that's also called. You know what that's really called? A vacuum cleaner.
But it's a dust separator.
Oh, is it separate? Oh,
Because
okay.
like all that, like, cause what's really dumb, okay? Like Catwoman, when she get down to the submarine, she just trips and fall over, okay? And if that's when it prompts Robin to say, "Holy heartbreak, Miss Kitka,"
Yeah.
and then her mask fell off. You know what happens to these? Like, so are you saying that if I wear a mask like that outside, no one would know who I am? You know.
Well, we're gonna address the next episode.
Yeah. So Robin has that also, by the way. Okay. Robin, like, he has the same hairstyle as he did as his Dick Grayson.
Now, if nobody's ever seen you before, maybe the mask would help.
Yeah. He is with his bill in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But really, is the mask gonna help? I mean, the mask is still wearing glasses.
Right. Just this movie.
Come on.
This movie is. I don't think I'll ever watch this again. You know.
There's really not a reason to watch it again. But would you watch a TV series?
Oh, I don't know. I would probably give the TV series a try because you told me it was good. And you know what?
Well, you gotta get past, like I said, you gotta get past all this crap.
Right.
Just take it for what it is.
And you're not the only one, because you know the guy who does Angry Video Game Nerd, right? He reviews that stuff as well, and he also said the TV series is better than the movie.
The TV series way better than the movie. The movie was just the movie was the, hey, this is popular, give me your money. That's all it was a money.
Yeah.
You know, and that's usually what a lot of movies are. They're to get you in the theater to line their pockets.
It does. So let's go to the credit. Well, that's not much of a credit, but I like how it says at the end, it says the living end.
The living end.
Like, I don't understand that. Someone have to explain that to me.
Hey, that's not me, okay?
Like, I guess it's not because, like,
I'm sure there was like a smart line or something to it, but come on, when the movie starts, remember it has oh, this is to all the lovers and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, like,
I was like, what? It's just people there having a time, you know.
No, yeah.
All partying, drinking, and writing a movie. Never drink and write at the same time.
Or have a script, okay? Don't just shoot from the outline like we'll figure it out.
It's like, yeah, writing a script when you're drunk is like drunk texting. It never ends well. and then you don't even know you made the movie. And that's why guys still think, I made the movie, you sure? No,
I don't know.
It's like, dude, that's your line. That's what you say every day.
Like, we're only a little bit over an hour, but I think I'm going to call it quits right here.
It was short. Let's put it this way: it was a short movie.
It should be a shorter movie.
It should be this should be one of the shortest movie ever.
Yes, you're right.
It's one of the shortest movies ever made.
The shortest Batman movie, definitely.
It is the shortest Batman movie.
Yes.
Like, come on.
So
look at this of another movie, I'd be upset.
Yeah. So I'm just going to quit right here, and we'll end this right here. Thank you for watching this segment of our reviews. I hope you had a great time listening to us. Be sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Laters.